next that we have is basically class D or class E stuff, right? So class D, class E, they're for specific purpose. So if you think about, a class D address range, the address range is basically between 224 to, sorry, yeah, 224 to 239. So basically class D is used for multicasting purpose. So class A, class B, and class C, they are going to provide us unicast IP address. Okay, by using class ABC address, normally we can go with one-to-one communication. So they'll provide unicast IP address. So basically, what I mean is all the valid IPs. You can write down like that. All the valid IPs. So all the valid IP address gives us unicast communication from class ABC. Okay, and you can say that from class ABC, the network broadcast addresses that we have from every network, the network broadcast address that we have are used for broadcast communication. Okay, I'll show that how it works. Very simple thing. So whatever broadcast addresses you are getting from every networks, they're used for broadcast communication. But whatever valid IPs we have, they are all used for unicast communication. Right now, with respect to class D that I've told you, so any IP that we have from class D from that range 224 onwards to 239, so class D addresses are used for multicasting purpose. Multicasting is basically for one-to group communication, one-to-many communication, right? So generally in this network fundamental level, we'll not talk about multicasting. We'll not talk about multicast routing. This is taught basically in CCNP level. Okay, but at the end of the day, I mean, you need to understand that we'll work, we'll assign the IP addresses from class A, B, C to my nodes. Okay, so whatever, if you get a value like 224 to 239, so any addresses, if you think like it is starting like that, so it is say 224 dot whatever number. When I say XXX, so it's whatever number, all the way to 239 dot whatever number. So those numbers are basically meant for class D addresses, and using that number, you can do multicasting in your networking, right? So it is possible to do a one-to group communication, or to do a multicast based communication with this IP address. And that is out of the scope from this level of knowledge. So we'll not focus on class D addresses over here. Okay, and the last address that we have, it is in the range, it is class E. So class E is basically the range is between 240 to 255. Now, the purpose of class E is used, or I can say is reserved for research and development purpose, right? For R&D purpose. So basically, whatever IPs you have from 240 all the way to 255, they are called as class C IPs. They're used for R&D purpose. Now, if you want to use a class C address range for your organization, I mean, there is a huge procedure that you need to follow. So you need to first request your ISP. ISP will send a request to, INA, IEEE. Their team will come and physically verify that, what R&D your devices has to perform on the network, and based on that, they will verify. And if it is found legitimate, then only the class C addresses can be given. Okay, so generally saying, class C addresses are for R&D, class D are for multicasting. We will be using class A, B, C, regularly in our day-to-day environment for your IP addressing logic. All right.